Headed to Ditt Galleri Teie, where we are picking up some prints. We're gonna pick up a roll of canvas as well, so we have something to make our art on. That is essential. I am in between in terms of life in general, I feel. It's fascinating to observe how I go from, because I've made a conscious decision not to extract any money from crypto, and I haven't sold that many prints as of late, and that isn't necessarily to reaffirm that I don't do that. It's just being fucking real. That's how it is right now, and we are obviously working to change that, obviously. And I haven't upped my prices. I've been stable in prices for about a year or something like that. So I've sold enough both originals and prints at this price to know that it's not my pricing, which makes me wonder, why am I putting up this internal resistance to sell art, or what's happening? And I'm doing Joe Dispenza's meditations daily, multiple times a day as well. Today I meditated for 2 hours before I started the day, and it's essentially because I woke up too late. I woke up at 7, so it's not too late, but I want to wake up at 6. So when I then woke up at 7, I felt like, fuck, I'm not able to achieve what I want to achieve. When I set a goal, I want to be able to hit that goal. And if the goal is waking up at 6, I want to be the kind of person that wakes up at 6. Not because I have to, but because I said so. Build that internal integrity. And when I didn't do that, I woke up in full fucking panic mode. So I had to use quite some time to actually reset and restart the day, because I understood right then and there that, okay, it's not helping me that I'm stressed, it's not helping me that I'm anxious. So even though it's my body's response, we don't want, or we accept, but it's not a wanted state to be in. So how do we change that? And the same thing applies to, circling back now, same thing applies to when it comes to selling art, because I've noticed over the past couple of weeks that even though I have money in crypto, and it's not like fucking insane amounts, but it's enough to get me going, you know, I've made the conscious decision not to take it out, and then to sort of push myself to actually make bigger changes in my day-to-day life. And I've done that, and I'm super grateful for having done that. Easy as that. And I switched from, because that's also put me in situations where, okay, I didn't take money out, that means that, okay, I didn't sell anything either, so I don't have money for food. And sitting there and trying to be grateful, or being grateful, and sort of reaffirming my vision and memory of the future, because I know where I'm headed. So that's not the point. That's not the issue. The issue is connecting to it right here and now. Okay. And most of the day it's a dream, but I noticed that those dips, they're harder now than they've ever been. It's like my whole body just gives up, and I pick myself up again and again. But I'll be completely honest, it's hard. It's fucking hard. And nobody said it would be easy, but at least having food it's like, no matter how the day goes, I know that I have enough to get me through the day. But when you start out the day without food and you're sort of hustling to get food without chasing, because I don't want to chase either. I want to attract. So just sitting and meditating and having full fucking faith that it's gonna be okay is honestly probably one of the hardest things that I've ever done. Battling with my emotions at that level, because it's not emotions like, okay, maybe it didn't go the way I wanted. It's emotions like, even though I can sit here and fully be blissful, I need food to survive. I need to pay my rent. I need all of these things. And then you can say like, okay, but if you need, you don't have, yada yada yada, all of the affirmations. Yeah, well, fucking fair. I completely agree. But at some point you have to stick your fucking finger in the ground and just say it how it is. This is how it is. I can also affirm that, okay, I have this, but it doesn't feel right to do that. But I can affirm, I know it's coming. But staying in the vibration of having it instead of wanting it is, again, one of my biggest sort of breakthrough things at the moment. And some days are fucking awesome. Like Saturday was magical. I did the same thing that I did today, and I had like possibly 5 or 10 people in the gallery actively looking for art. And that was like the biggest sign for me that, okay, I'm doing something right. And I'm also attracting opportunities left, right, and center. It's just not happening how fast I would like it to happen, I guess. So it's weird. It's also weird watching myself break down again and again and again, and then pick myself back up, and then breaking down once again. And I'm not breaking down because it's gonna be okay. But my nervous system is telling me that we're fucked, you know? So it's interesting times to live. I'm also most mad at myself, because innately I'm aware that the universe is abundant. So what the fuck am I doing wrong to not be in the point of attraction for that? We're gonna pick up some things. I'm gonna come back. We'll take it as it goes. We have just bought some art supplies and met some cool people on the way. Super grateful for that. Now we got enough shit to make some cool things in the upcoming days, weeks, and I think that's about it. And in moments like that, I'm back to it's all good, we're chilling, yada 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 again. So it's fascinating to see myself go up and down as I've been doing lately. I'm also working on my first solo exhibition ever, which is fucking awesome. I'm stoked. It's gonna be magical. I've already visualized my overarching topic. I don't necessarily know what each individual piece is going to look like, but I know what my general theme is as of lately, and that is, in simple terms, be creative, be expressionistic, fuck everything, create fearlessly, and be authentic. That is like the key points. And from the looks of it right now, my exhibition is going to be named Not Like Everybody Else, or ikke som alle andre in Norwegian. And it's still a couple of weeks until, thank you, until we are there. It's actually a couple of months. I decided to do it different this time, because the last exhibition I had in Stavern, that wasn't a solo, but it was a group exhibition. I produced the whole thing in about, I would say, 10 days. So it was like 10 paintings in 10 days. Every painting was 2 meters wide times 130. So it was basically 1 till 2 paintings per day. And that was intense as fuck. But I also thrive in situations like that, where it's like, okay, we're gonna put everything on the line now and see what we're capable of. What are you able to do if you actually lock the fuck in? And I'm constantly surprised by that. It's like we have a whole different gear that we rarely tap into unless it's needed of us. But every time we tap into it, we can realize what our not necessarily full potential is, but we get a closer look at our true nature of creating and creation in itself. I've also been wary of what I listen to lately, because I notice if I listen to specific songs, I'll recite those songs unconsciously. So instead of doing that, I've been listening to podcasts and also classical music. And I also use music as a medium to further tap into the feelings that I want to express during my art. So every piece has a song or 10 songs. It sort of amplifies the vibe. The funny thing is also that by speaking like I am, by vlogging... I get conscious of so many unconscious thoughts. It's truly fascinating to see. And I notice when I'm in tangents or when I'm just yapping, I can sort of unravel what is actually going on inside the mind and what thoughts I'm actually firing and wiring. So many times after vlogging, I've been like, oh fuck, is that really what's going on? That makes sense. The trajectory of my life makes sense when you take this into consideration. So I would say, oh, that one is cute. I'm also just getting more used to, and that is to further step into the version of me that I want to become. I'm doing this. This is a part of creating the being that I want to be, that I know that I am. Okay. Jeg kjører der. And that's all the time that we had. Until further notice. Much love. We'll chat.